Hi, this is Diane Moore from the Chattanooga Public Library. Today I want to talk to you about names and labels. Not what to call people, what not to call people. No, years ago when I was a single parent, I had a great little herb garden outside the back of my house. I had a wonderful next door neighbor who would mow my yard. When I would pull in my driveway after he retired, I would smell the most incredible smells coming from his barbecue. He would cook dinner and his wife would come home and enjoy. And one day he came over and said, "I really need you to label your herbs so I know what it is I'm picking when I cook dinner." I laughed. I knew what most of the herbs were, but he had a really great point. In front of you, or in front of me, and in your view, are some little dill plants. Now they say that their roots are delicate and you really shouldn't start them, you should direct sow, but I see them in the garden center all the time, so I'm going to do it. If I asked you what kind they were, you wouldn't know probably, unless you're really a serious botanist. This is dill bouquet. There's fern dill, there's so many different kinds. Without a label, if I had more than one dill, I would have no idea what it was. So it's really important when you plant to stick something in that pot. If you start seeds and you have a whole lot of them in the pot, and you have one label, like these cleomes, that's great, sure. They look like their own selves. They don't really look like anything else. But believe me, once you get those potted out individually, if you don't stick a little sign in there, you're gonna forget what it is. You might have to wait until that plant completely matures to remember just what it is, especially if you have more of one thing. Without a sticker in here, I would have no idea which were the giant cactus zinnias and which were grandma's or granny's bouquet. You know, I can tell they're zinnias for sure, but until they started blooming a month or two from now, or however long it takes, I would have no idea. I would have no idea that my little dwarf bolero marigolds over here are what they were. I might think they were some other kind of marigold and wonder why they were so small. To do that, you don't need to spend a lot of money or take a lot of time. I use whatever I can find. I have some straws, I have some bamboo blinds, I have tongue depressors. You can buy those as craft sticks. Those are a great size and easy to read. I even use plastic spoons, and I would be ashamed to tell you how many of those pink Baskin-Robbins spoons I have left over from drive-through Baskin-Robbins Friday night dates. If you go to the dollar stores, you can find cheap little craft sticks. It's kind of fun to have ones in different colors to help you remember what variety is what. I recycle plant tags that I get from other plants if I can. This is one that I got from the library from some program a long time ago. I've even seen some people put rocks in their garden and paint on the rocks, so you know what herb is what and what pepper is what. Right here I have a couple of pepper plants. These are part of a little program that the food bank is doing to try to see who's the most productive of these two jalapeno peppers. They look very much alike. If they didn't have the labels, there's no way I would know which is which. Maybe when they start producing, but maybe not. So there are so many ways that you can do it. Use a Sharpie, because out in the rain and the hopefully no more snow or bad weather and the sun, that's going to fade labels away. When you plant them out in your garden, go ahead and stick that plant label somewhere so you can find it, but you won't trip on it or impale yourself on it or mow over it, depending on what you have. But put those labels on your plants. You won't forget what they are. You'll remember what variety you liked, which one tanked or didn't do very well in our very interesting climate right now. So enjoy. And if that means that you need to go on date nights through the drive-through at Baskin-Robbins to get pink spoons to label, go for it. Enjoy. Thank you. Have a great day. Be safe and enjoy your garden.